It's lacrosse season. The initial Tiger Lacrosse Report presented by the Green Turtle starts now.
For an athlete, there's nothing scarier than a torn ACL.
Athletes trust us with their care and their careers because we're a recognized leader in sports medicine.
Get back to your active life sooner with MedStar Sports Medicine.
Wise Market's ice cream plant is based in Sunbury, Pennsylvania, and locally owned and operated. We've been making our ice cream for nearly 50 years. We create roughly 70 flavors of ice cream right now. We use local ingredients, especially our cream, which is from our milk plant. The cream is what gives our ice cream a rich and creamy texture. Now, together with our customers, we've created a product called Peanut Butter Indulgence, which will be coming out this summer. It's a peanut butter ice cream with sea salt caramel swirl and chocolate-covered pretzel. How could you go wrong with that? Personally, I love our ice cream. If you come to our house at any given time, you'll find at least 5 packets of ice cream in our freezer. Our kids grew up eating Wise quality ice cream, and now we get to treat our grandchildren to it. It's been a pleasure for me to be tasting ice cream for over 40 years for Wise Markets, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Welcome to the first edition of the 2019 Tiger Lacrosse Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Shawn Nadelen. And since the show is presented by the Green Turtle, we figured we'd come to the Green Turtle.
Great spot to be.
All right, Coach. 2019 starting on Saturday as the Tigers take on your alma mater, the Blue Jays of Johns Hopkins. And I guess the first thing is, how has the preseason gone? You've had a couple of scrimmages. How do you feel heading into the opener?
Feel confident our guys are ready. There's a lot of excitement, especially this past week leading up into, coming up on Saturday. Preseason didn't go as smoothly as we had hoped. Unfortunately, we had quite a few injuries throughout the preseason that kept us away from really probably progressing and accomplishing everything we wanted to, but I'm confident in our guys. We have an experienced group, offensive guys, defensive guys, middle of the field, face off. We got guys, veteran guys, experienced guys at all positions. So regardless if they played a lot of practice or not, I feel like we'll be able to get on the field and compete at a high level.
Now, when the Tigers take the field on Saturday against Hopkins at noon at Johnny Unitas Stadium, I'm going to feel like it's 1991. Could you let us all know why I'm going to feel like it's 1991?
Absolutely, Spiro. We got a special set of uniforms and helmet. The helmet that we're wearing is right here, and we have a special uniform, all right, to replicate what the players wore back in 1991 and before. So you got the Towson jersey with the big porthole mesh, and it's something that we thought would just be a great honor to bestow on the current team, to pay homage to the guys that wore the black and gold before them in a great throwback uniform style.
That uniform made it to the championship in 1991.
It did, so hopefully it leads us right back to it, baby.
That's right, and the mesh is good because it's February 9th, so you need the mesh to breathe.
Breathable, you need
right,
it.
Exactly,
Yeah, it's going to be hot out there.
Exactly. All right, you look at the team. Let's start from the back end. Goalie last year, Shane Brennan, did most of the work, but he probably won't be ready for Saturday.
Yep, Shane suffered an injury during the offseason, during the winter break, so we're going to have to go with a new goalie. Tyler Canto and Jake Stout have been doing a great job competing at that position. Feel confident those guys are going to be able to step in and help us continue to play at a high level on the defensive end. Tyler's had the slight edge so far in the scrimmages and how he's looked, so it might be a big guy filling a lot of space in the net for us.
How about your close defense and a new defensive coordinator this year? So we're going to see a new system, or things are going to stay basically the same?
Things will be very similar to what we've had in the past. Coach Grossi's a phenomenal addition. Coach Kachi left us in great hands and established a really well-known defense, and then Coach Grossi was awesome coming in. He's brought a lot of, or not a lot of, but just some nice nuances. Done a great job being very, very strong in his communication with the guys. Done a great job getting them to understand how to talk to each other, how to play with intensity, how to play together, continuing that tradition, hopefully, of a very strong Towson Lacrosse defense.
And then you look at the defensive midfield, and one of the greatest players to ever put on the black and gold, Zach Goodrich, starts you right there, and you've got to feel real good knowing that Zach's back for another year.
Yeah, again, it's kind of bittersweet knowing this is his last season with us, having spent 3 years with him and how much he's done for the program as a person and then as a player. So having Zach on the field is going to be tremendous. Whether he's playing defense or offense or wherever he is, Zach has an impact on our program in a great way, even on the sidelines as a 3-time captain now. He's just a great leader for our program.
And he's going to be wearing something that nobody else is going to be wearing on that uniform.
Yep. Yeah, Zach has earned the opportunity to wear the inaugural CB30 badge. And what that is it's a badge that'll be on his jersey instead of his Captain C. It'll be where that is, and it's going to say CB30 on it. The CB30 represents Carl Biernick, who wore number 30, a member of that 1991 championship game team. And Carl was the epitome of Towson Lacrosse. Ultra competitive, but just a tremendous leader, a guy that demanded the most out of his players every day in practice, off the field. Everybody said he was an awesome mentor. As a senior, he took the freshmen under his wing and really helped guide them and welcome them into the program, but also set the table for them and what they need to be about and how they need to operate themselves. And for a young man like Zach Goodrich to receive this award, I really feel like it's a perfect fit for somebody that really embodies who Carl was, and learning about Carl and his legacy in the program is going to continue to live on with this CB30 award that we get to present every year.
Yeah, Carl passing away suddenly last summer. The midfield, you're going to go deep. How do you feel about your midfield coming into the season?
Feel good. We return experience this year on the offensive end, which is something we didn't have last year. So we got guys like Grant Maloof and Timmy Monahan that have logged quite a few minutes for us and should be able to operate at a high level. We got guys like Jake McLean who can play both ways, a little bit of defense, a little bit of offense, and do some damage for us there. Plus we got some newer guys in the rotation that'll fill out a pretty solid second unit for us. So athletically, I think we're in a really good place. Still lacking a little bit of overall experience in that second unit, but those guys I think are going to continue. We got a long season and a lot of fun games to play in, so those guys are going to be able to be battle tested and be ready to roll.
Tigers with one of, if not the toughest non-conference schedules in the country. We can't get to the attack today. We'll work on that in our next episode. But anyway, the Tigers open up the season this Saturday at Johnny Unitas Stadium. They take on the Blue Jays of Johns Hopkins, ranked 7th in the nation. And I tell you every year, I don't know who does your schedule, but you need to talk to them.
I will. I'll look in the mirror, have a good conversation.
A one-on-one conversation with your schedule maker. So for the head coach of the Tigers, Shawn Nadelen, I'm Spiro Morekas. We'd like to thank the Green Turtle for having us here today. Tune in next week for another episode of the Tiger Lacrosse Report. And as always, go Tigers.